Welcome everybody to the Boys High School Rugby National Championships, the school final here at the National Championships. I'm Alex Goff with Joe Fritkin, and St. Ignatius against Herriman, who just kicked off. Deep drive from Ignatius. This is going to be, well, this is going to be a battle of all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, looking to see the physicality of St. Ignatius with the speed and athleticism of Herriman.
And there, Kemper Castro, that is one of their go-to men for Herriman there in the blue. Such a powerful presence. And we look through Felipe, the number 8, coming on that flat pass, jumping over a tackler. That's going to be a penalty against him. That is dangerous play, to jump over a tackler. You're not allowed to do that. And a little bit of an error, because there was some wide eyes coming there from the fullback Cohen Lucky. And there is a signal about the things that Herriman can do right there. That flat pass from Asher Coleman to Felipe. These two teams met last year, 20-17. Ignatius held on. This is the Ignatius team that has had some injury problems. Labazo somehow gets that ball back before he gets pulled into touch. Woodbury. Good, powerful carry. Spinos sends that out to McGowan. Lucky sells the dummy, is tackled and isolated straight over the ball. Well done from McRae Parker.
Yeah, quite frankly, a tackle by Sone now.
And now, one of those speedsters. Herriman going to go for that line out. And it's taken. Going through Felipe again. He's going to be your strike runner. Coming out once again to Parker. Parker to the left wing, Cole Regan.
Seems funny. People on each other has
Herriman once again looking to get Felipe going.
Great defense by St. Ignatius. Lots of courage to tackle that hard runner. Got a gap.
Parker again. You know, I think that as we're going, potentially a potentially advantage. I wasn't sure if that was going to come through, penalty advantage, but Ignatius holding on right now, firing on all cylinders. Rhett Parker, he loses that ball. We're going to go back to penalty, not rolling away. Tuia taps it, goes himself. Cannon Brinton, as always, in support. This is very good from Herriman. Gavin Fox. Parker changes direction. Coleman looking to use Brinton. Brinton not held. Not held. Felipe again. Just barely dragged down. Ignatius knows they're going to have to tackle all day long, and they aren't able to do that. They don't guard the inside. Try for Herriman. And I think that was Boston Hales, the scrum half, going through.
It was a little scrum half, saw the gap, burst right through there. Absolutely fantastic try, Boston Hales.
So you get the feeling, I mean, here's the thing, Joe, that the impression I got from Herriman was that they didn't feel like they leveraged their mismatches well last year. They had guys who were causing problems for Ignatius, but they didn't follow up. And they didn't play maybe with the intensity they wanted. This is intensity, and they send their most dangerous runner, Felipe, right at them.
And then do it with quick balls, right? You know, scrum half isn't going to sit there at the back and get reset. He saw the opportunity, sprint right through there. Take advantage of that go forward for the big number 8, you know?
And right there, 7-0 as Asher Coleman puts it through. And on the other side, on the Ignatius side, injuries have been a little bit of an issue. We do see that 2 of the players who were injured on Thursday are back in the lineup. Charlie Banaszak, Quinn Ferris, Coleman under that kickoff.
We gotta say that, or what's that tweet darling?
And that's good news for Ignatius.
Order.
Tuia
Hey, look, don't be.
going in. Now Coleman again looking for Felipe. Felipe just making a little move every single time.
Hello.
Now boot to ball.
Wall.
McGowan allows that to bounce. Takes that when it goes in touch. Quick line out. Gallagher looking to send that perhaps a little bit further to the left. A chance here for Regan. High tackle against Lucky.
It's sorry. I don't think he had anything.
And the kick to touch. Tuia with the throw for Herriman. Stolen by Woodbury. Werner takes it for Ignatius. McGowan doesn't want to send it directly into touch. Regan catches it. Coleman out to the fullback. Parker going in.
Just took the.
And just a quick ball, Parker again. The other Parker. There's Rhett Parker. There's McCrae Parker. McCrae Parker, the center. Brinton flying up is a tackle from Hakadakis. Felipe met. Double tackle. Driven back. Or is that? Once again looking to probe that outside. Castro for Regan. World leaders connection. Driving back. Good defense from Ignatius. They're going to need that all day if they don't get that ball back. Mangelson. Felipe. Foss makes that hit. Paid for it. Parker. Little sidestep from now. Now keeps going. He's still going. And the advantage arm back out. We're going to come back here. Knock on. In contact. Ignatius gets that ball back.
It's a great start by Herriman. Herriman has been taking the physicality to Ignatius. Ignatius has been delivering it back in the tackles, yet Herriman just keeps coming back at it with the physicality, which I'm a little surprised because I thought they would maybe look for that offload and contact where you've got all that speed out there, you know, use those men. But right now they're going ahead and meeting the contact and letting St. Ignatius know that they're going to be here all day. Because Ignatius is physical.
The town has been set. Buxani goes back, but that's going to be a penalty at the scrum. One of those situations, I think, where on the front foot, Herriman doesn't need that. You give up those penalties. That kick did not make touch. It was tapped back inside by Wilson. Max Wilson, but they're going to say that he actually stepped on the line.
Wow.
Good take from Ignatius. Hakedakis takes it up. They go through to their USA age grade player, Banaszak. Back to McGowan. He switches the direction. Hakedakis with the pick and go. Leopold, 2 tries yesterday. McGowan, lucky, hands out all the way to Levi Hoffman on the left wing, and he is tackled. I'm not sure if that was high, but it wasn't low. Hakedakis again. Carrying the mail.
Another big man.
That was Leopold earlier, because that was Hakedakis. He was Leopold. I got that wrong. McGowan now. He's got a little seam. Goes with it. He's chopped down by Now.
A great tackle by Now. Absolutely committed. That had try written all over it. Now said, no thank you.
Spinos, the hooker. That ball is ripped out of his arms. And a turnover for Herriman. And the clearance kick from Coleman. Excellent touch finder. And back it goes for Ignatius to get a line out, but they were in that 22 with possession and unable to get something out of it. Noah Spinos with the throw. Cummings. Spinos takes it, drives ahead. And it's called not 5. Didn't go 5 meters.
The jumper jumped into the 5 and came down. If he would have jumped straight up, I think we'd have been all right.
Tapped quickly by Herriman. They go all the way out to that left wing. Out to Wilson. Brinton. As his coach said, he knows only one speed, only one rate of intensity. That's 100%. Felipe.
Great tackle.
Going out again now. Looking to slice them up.
What speed.
Now is one more to beat. Taken down by Buxani. His pass is interrupted, but Reagan has it. Held up, but not for long. Sloppy ruck, but we're going to come in with a penalty. High tackle. We'll just have a little talk about the high tackles there against Ignatius. McGowan, just a word to his players. Hales taps it. Coleman, Felipe, excellent tackle. But it's still Herriman's ball. Wilson cuts back inside. Wilson still going. Max Wilson. And picked up by Parker. Parker in at the corner. Parker. Yes, try Herriman.
What a gutty run by McCray Parker. Attaboy.
Hit and hit again and just kept his legs moving, powering through. Ignatius, big tackle. Alex Werner was on the ground a little bit there, and they're scrambling to make up for that. Herriman powers in for their second try to make it 12-0.
You can keep it.
Coleman. Tough angle from the fly half. And that kick is up and just a little bit away. And now what can Ignatius do to respond? They were able to get some pressure from that restart, but weren't able to get anything out of it, and then ended up giving up another try.
And I think you're going to see the same thing again, Alex. They're going to get that ball just past 10, try to put pressure on the receiver, make a tackle, take possession. Yep, they go deep, of course.
Good, again, powerful running from the Mustangs out of Utah.
So the
That was Mangelson. And then they go through Tuia. Coleman puts boot to it. McGowan. Options. It's going to send a high ball that's going to land just around the 22. That's very useful.
It's a great kick.
Regan can't do much other than just try to pick it up, try to find somebody who might be able to kick. Herriman, though.
It was a really nice kick by McGowan because you could see that that winger was up and not in position and put that kick across the field. And well done.
Now able to get that catch pass to Parker. Parker goes past one, through another. Takes two more to take him down. They call him Thanos. He is such a powerful player. A state champion in wrestling as well. Castro now making the link. Now. Such good elusive running from Herriman.
Yeah, Max Wilson with a nice step, setting himself up again, retaining possession, getting ready to move the ball again and move it wide.
Coleman. Now he's got Parker. And then Brinton. Brinton, the flanker. Well, I love that he tries to dummy it. He's not going to do much except just power straight ahead. Tuia met with interest. Brinton again looking to get Wilson free. Wilson breaks past one and another. It is almost all Herriman so far. And then that catch pass, such skill. Timote Kinikini. You know, those final tackles are being made, but they're paying for it. Parker is through. Parker, is he over?
to it.
Just down at the line once again, and the pick and go. Try. Herriman has it again. And not just a simple pick and go. That might have been Mangelson who got, no, it was not Mangelson. That might have been Rhett Parker.
I think it was Rhett Parker, the number 3.
Who got that after McRae Parker almost made it to the line. But twice now we've seen a player just about to be hit really hard by a defender, just do a very nice catch pass to set someone else free and sell themselves out to do that, take that hit, but do the right thing for the team.
Absolutely. You know, if you're a support player, keep depth, come onto the ball with pace, and then that ball carrier look for the offload because he knows you're going to take it forward.
Yeah. Hey.
Coleman with the kick. Doesn't quite get it over. 17-0 now. Ignatius, I would think what they're saying is we need the ball.
And I would try to get a restart up in the air, something that they can try to put some pressure on, try to play the ball and win the ball themselves.
And then
get themselves back in the game. Get some offense moving. But go deep again.
Oh, yeah.
And there, the tackles are there. Cummings tried to get over the ball. Werner tried to get over the ball. Hakadakis.
He's the
To kick, Gallagher under it. Tries to make a move. He does make a move. Makes a couple of other players miss. Just dragged down by his shirt.
That's good.
Pick and go. Brinton makes that tackle. That ball not coming out of that ruck, and it's going to be a scrum. And I have to say, as much as I respect the play, Camden Brinton made no effort to roll away there. And we've seen an awful lot of calls on rolling away. No effort whatsoever, and the ball doesn't come out. However, you've got to be able to set it properly as well. Nobody seemed interested in finding the ball in that ruck.
The scrum's a great attacking platform for St. Ignatius to get back in the game here. Have a solid play called for your back line. Try to set that fullback free.
Buxani looking to take that out, but it's a wheeling scrum from Herriman, so it's a penalty against them.
Did you get that?
Immediately, Gallagher takes it to kick to touch. Sends a line drive, making sure that doesn't get shanked one way or the other. Just about 10 meters, 9 meters away from the try line. Ignatius now. Couple of options for them. Usually a good line-out team. Sending it, pretending to go back, and they went for a short play back to Spinos. Spinos in for the try. Great little fake out where they pretended to go long and then went short and popped it back to the hooker, Noah Spinos, who is having himself quite the week. And man, Ignatius needed that.
What a great call. The hooker saw the opportunity, that front jumper, popped it right to him at the 5, popped it right back to him, and Noah does the job.
Great try for Noah Spinos.
That's got to energize St. Ignatius a little bit. Now they got to come back here on this restart, retain possession of the ball, and keep it rolling.
Catching that restart, so important. Hoffman with the kick, the conversion attempt.
Up.
And that is going to pull away to the left. So it'll stay 17-5, but points on the board for Ignatius. Big cheer from the big crowd that they have there. Ignatius, who didn't go to this tournament until the first year they showed up, 2021. They've been here every year since and have made the final every year except one, where they lost the semifinal to Jesuit, I think by 2 points. But they made the final in their first appearance, and teams don't normally do that sort of thing. McGowan with the clearance.
I got you know,
and the line out, probably some aspect of play where Ignatius can disrupt a little bit. However, you got to look at the talent that they have going up in the air. Do Herriman. Early jump from Ignatius. They can't jump again. And that was a bad throw and retained by Werner. Cummings, he's got it. Hackadakis now. Bit of a fortunate turn of events for the Wildcats, but they'll take it. Mustangs, got to wonder, what do they have to do? Catch pass. Trying to get that out to Hoffman.
Swarming defense from Herriman.
They have both wingers out on that open side. Slow ball coming out of that ruck, and that's going to be a rolling or no tackler release penalty against Herriman. And we talked about this in the previous game, Joe. Needless penalties. Herriman is doing well. They've scored 3 tries. They don't need necessarily to kill the ball like that. That is a touch finder and a half. That rolls into touch from 10 meters inside their own half to about 10 meters inside the 22. They adjusted the mark a little bit, I think. No, they go. Come back to that. But that kick, what was that? 45, 50 meters?
I would say 55 meters. It's a great kick.
Yeah, anything.
And you're absolutely right, Alex. You know, punishing that simple transgression where you've been physical at the breakdown, you've been physical at the tackle, just drive through there, you know? Keep your feet.
Cummings takes it. Hands it back. Woodbury. Spinos has it at the back. That maul isn't going anywhere. Spinos pops off the back. He's on his own. Herriman organizing their defense around the edge. Looking to make that hit. They understand what's coming now. They've seen it before. This is the short yardage play from Ignatius. Amazing sequence in the last time they met, which was about 40 of these in a row. I don't know either team wants that, but these are going forward. A little bit too early off the mark, maybe. No, Herriman's good. That one just a bit upright. Ignatius able to retain. Leopold. Banaszak.
Thanks.
What's Werner taking that?
One thing's for certain, Ignatius is not going to stop this pick and jam. They're going to continue to do it till they get across that line.
The big question is, when do they change direction? Leopold kind of isolated on that one, but they were able to do that. Now they change direction. Excellent defense from Herriman. Britton onto that one.
Yep.
Coming close to the line.
It's offsides.
Penalty advantage for Ignatius now.
I mean, that would be the time if you want to take a shot out to the backs. You've got a free play.
But there's an option there. There's a little bit of space. Now they go out wide. And stopped. We're going to go back to that penalty. No wrap tackle, in fact, was the call. And now the question, what do? They're going to tap and move.
They're going to go right up the middle is what they're going to do.
Straight up the middle. And we're going to go back to what they were doing. They like that. And a little bit high. Stood up is Woodbury. Castro just getting under him. That ball is loose. Somebody trying to rescue it. I think Herriman may have turned that over. Held up. So it's going to be a scrum. Ball didn't come out. Held up. Scrum to Herriman. And that is what happens. That play requires someone to be with you the whole time latching. If they aren't and you're upright, you're in trouble.
And supreme defense from Herriman. Just gutting up, knowing that that pick and jam is going to come again and again and again, and continuing to have the discipline to get back on sides, get themselves in position to make the tackle, and then eat it again and again. Well done.
You know that they practice that. And we have a blood sub coming on. And San Leopold got a knock to the nose, so his nose is bleeding, so we will bring somebody in for him at prop.
God, but you're eating people like Leopold and Hackadakis. Those are large men just piling right into those breakdowns again and again.
Alex Miller coming in. And put in by Boston Hales. Felipe. Tackled. That was a good tackle from Ferris. Back to Coleman for the clearance kick, and he makes his clearance. And so Ignatius was down to the try line, did not come away with points. Herriman has got to feel good about that. That defensive stand to clear out.
Even after that, though, where's Ignatius right now? Right on the doorstep again. They're at the 22. Be patient. Let it come. You're going to get it. You're going to get your opportunities.
Cummings, beautiful take from him, and well rescued as well by Woodbury. McGowan doesn't like what he sees, sidesteps Parker very nicely, and then off to Gallagher, and Gallagher just dumps a little kick in there. What can Herriman do about that? That would be Reagan just running back up. He said, no, I'm no kicker. I'm just going to run it. Brinton just goes to ground. Castro through one. Hales. Felipe. That would be Tuia. Tuia hit hard. Still moving his legs. Still fighting through contact. Still going. So powerful. And then the kick to touch. And that will be your halftime. Non-stop action. This half went fast. 17-5. Herriman leads. Fixes to make for Ignatius. And Herriman may be saying, hey, how do we hold on? How do we keep this momentum so intense? But that defensive stand, I think, was huge.
Absolutely.
And we are back for this second half. Adjustments. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with these two teams and what they do. 17-5, Herriman leads. St. Ignatius in their third straight national final. Lost to Gonzaga 2 years ago. Beat Herriman last year.
Alex, you asked what we're going to see in the second half. I think we're going to see Felipe carry the ball.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Get that man the rock.
Yes.
Kick. Good, difficult to deal with kick. Handled nicely. And Herriman now charging forward. And that's a turnover. That ball ripped away, or was it not?
No, he lost the ball in the tackle.
And that was Rowan Labazo forcing that turnover. And he dove on that ball as well. And that scrum, and you're going to hear a cheer from one side to the other, very loud on every turnover. All of these things matter to these young men. Big crowd turnout. I have to say it's probably heavily Ignatius just because they're within driving distance and Utah is not. Buxani to McGowan. Quinn Ferris. Banaszak hit by Now. And Parker. That can't have been fun. Hakadakis drops it off to Leopold, who's back having fixed his nose. Lucky. Cummings. Tackles straight down. Ignatius just getting through to that gain line. Really being stopped well, though. Spinos with a dummy and a little bit of a snake through. Again, powerful runs, but not at the moment breaking through. That was Leopold. Now Lucky getting out to Cummings, trying to work that left wing. That's a loopy pass. They don't really want that. Labazo goes in. He handles that well enough. And that was a knock forward. And there where you see, Joe, Ignatius starting scrum half, Harrison White broke it. Well, I don't know if he broke his leg. He injured his leg. He's not here. They brought in, they have a couple of scrum halves they've been working with. Preston Buxani does not play a lot of scrum half. They put him on there, and right there was a skill execution mistake.
No
he didn't
question.
step toward his target. He just flung it with his arms, and it was a pass that didn't get where it needed to go. That it ended up with the knock-on. We do see, however, we've got a new scrum half on for Herriman as well. That pass from now just gets Coleman free for a little bit. Brinton now. That ball lost. Scooped up by Gavin Foss. Spinos out to McGowan.
It's great defense. Good pressure defense from Herriman.
But I think maybe a little bit too early. Well, we're going to come back to a knock-on. So I think they were actually offside, and we're going to come back to the original knock-on. Interesting then to see that Boston Hales scored a try and has had a very good week for Herriman, is off, and his JT Hammer has come on at scrum half. So preserved scrum halves for both teams. Weirdly, the last game Ignatius played against Gonzaga yesterday, their scrum half and captain had to be taken off in the middle of the game. It's like some kind of number 9 curse we're seeing, which we don't like to see. But as we took, you play with who you have.
That's right.
But it is a factor when you see something happen that normally it would happen differently.
Well, then those forwards that are looking to run onto that ball are going to have to step in and make that job a little bit easier for the scrum half, because he's looking for the offload to the big Papadakis or one of those large units to run that ball forward. Just get a little tighter to the man.
Cummings, Buxani looking to use Hoffman. Hoffman just waits and then just powers through. Good run from the wing. Ball's available. Who's there to be halfback? Well, they just go and pick and go now. Buxani. Labazo. Tackled by Rhett Parker. Cummings. Banaszak. Felipe with the tackle. Spinos does that outlet pass, and then the loop from McGowan. They're looking to go wide. Lucky doesn't like it, gets out of one. You're on borrowed time when you're in McRae Parker's circle of orbit.
Yeah,
And Felipe just takes Gavin Foss to the ground. Hakedakis now. Leopold. What is that? Spinos, excuse me, Spinos. And the box kick. That's a high one, going to come down just in front of the 22-meter line.
Good timing by Ignatius on that tackle.
Coleman took it well. Tackle from Banaszak. Turnover. Hoffman has it. And that's going to be a knock on that massive tackle, because that was a slow ball coming out, and not sure who had that in his hands. It might have been, well, I won't speculate, and whoever had that for Herriman had just a little bit of a delay, and then Banaszak just went flying in. Nicknamed Bam Bam. Does like to hit people. Actually, also a hockey player.
Wouldn't mind seeing Bam Bam get a carry right now.
Well, you got Bam Bam against Thanos, 12 versus 12, hockey player versus wrestler. And a penalty, another scrum penalty by Herriman. Interesting, referee did not play advantage there. Just felt that there wasn't going to be one. Now we have a little bit of a talking to, more I think of an explanation. Hey, this is what I need to see from you. They're driving in such a way to force a wheel, which you're not allowed to do. Gallagher kicks to touch. Ignatius scored off a line-out play, a short line-out. They did a couple of short line-outs. Now the question is, are they going to do that? Or are they going to go for their maul? Well, that was a complete mix-up. You see the gesture from Rowan Labaza was like, what were you doing?
I mean, he threw it perfectly right to his backside.
Yeah. Well, they were working on one thing. There was just a complete mess up in signals, and that's one of the things as coaches you often say is, hey, just does everybody know what we're doing?
Exactly. Make eye contact, understand
Right.
what's happening.
Well, let's have a discussion. So Spinos again with that line out. Woodbury takes it down. Hackadakis a little bit high. And he's held up. Can they get the ball out? I think Herriman's going to be able to hold that up. And they'll get that. And you see the celebration there from Daniel Johnson. He's the one who held him up. He's a big man. And that's a turnover. You go into a mall and you're held up, the ball is held up, and you don't get that knee down so you've been tackled, and the ball doesn't come out. It's a turnover to the other team, and it'll be a scrum. So once again, a prime scoring chance for Ignatius gives them nothing. This time they had a line out about 5 meters from the line, and they had a signal mix-up, didn't score.
And that's crushing, you know. Got to make those plays, take advantage of the opportunities when they're there. Right now, there's Ignatius looking at 2 of them that they've let go begging.
Well, I would say 3. There was a held up.
Good point.
There was a held up. There was the short yardage thing with a penalty of 5 meters, and then the line out.
Yep.
High tackle. Herriman will take that.
Clear was possible.
Good touch finder from Coleman. And now the Mustangs, who've been on the back foot for a good portion of this second half, but have been holding on, now have a chance to launch something. Almost stolen, but comes down on the Herriman side. And that is the same problem that happened earlier. Not 5. Jumping forward, and that's because there was such a competition for it.
Absolutely. It's happened to both clubs.
So they're going to come back to the original. There's a knock-on by Woodbury when he was going up for the ball. So they're going to call a knock-on first before it wasn't 5. Which I think is fair. I think that, yes, Herriman wasn't 5, but the first touch was Woodbury knocking it forward. Fair. Coleman now. So many options. Cuts that back inside for Wilson. Coleman again. Parker, looking for Parker, doesn't find him now instead. Brenton's going to break through a tackle, and he's just dragged down. Looked like he was going to go through. Coleman again to Castro. Castro's still going. Castro just
short.
Thinking about stretching for the line. Wisely pulls it back.
Here's a try.
So many options now, and the pass out. Now, try. Sione now is going to score. Herriman in for their 4th try to make it 22-5, and they are just more lethal today.
No question about it. I mean, St. Ignatius down on the goal line, turns it around, and we're at the other end scoring a try with Sione now. Just like that.
impressive stuff from Herriman. And that's very simple. We talk about making it simple. You've got a 4-and-1. Just keep passing it until somebody is completely free and then let them run in. I think that was a good unselfish play from Herriman. I think it was Kyler Holgerson who had the ball, could have probably put a shoulder down and instead dished it off to the faster player and let him take care of business. Coleman with the kick. No good.
I
didn't see any flags go out.
No.
That one, he just rushed that. I'm not sure. He took too long. The referee probably told him you have about 2 seconds to kick it.
It's a really good point.
And you do have a time limit. I talked to Levi Hoffman yesterday about one of his conversions, and he said he missed it and that bothered him, but it was because the referee said you have about 6 seconds to kick this, and he started counting down. He said I hit the ball when he got to 3, and I'm like, then you have 2.5 more seconds. You could have taken your time, but he rushed it. Leopold is off, and Hakadakis is off in this game. Stefan coming on. Votipka comes on, probably for Banaszak. Miller is back on. No.
Yes.
I think I see Banaszak still there, so we'll see. Votipka is on, though, plays center. And coming straight through, falling off a tackle is Ignatius. And this is going to be a big break for the Mustangs. One more man to beat. Gallagher is up to the task with the tackle. But the Mustangs are queuing up Felipe. Felipe in at the corner, gets that pass from Parker. And Felipe racing the length of the field are Herriman. Felipe scores. McCray Parker puts his hands up in the air and says, yes, that's what we can do, and that is certainly what we can do. You look at what Herriman has done so far. They did play Jesuit earlier in the year, and they beat them 40-0.
Herriman is lethal. They have such
I mean,
athleticism and size. I mean, it's a remarkable team. And
they won their state final by about 60 points. If we look at and you look at the games that they've had as we go to 27-5, 48-5 over St. Edward, which is the second best team in Ohio, and a very, very strong team. And then La Salette, who, by the way, just beat Gonzaga 50-5 in the third place game. They beat La Salette 36-13. This is a very good Herriman side. Very, very good. And they are 27-5 as Felipe gets the 5th try for Herriman. And Ignatius, first of all, they need that ball back. Second of all, if they don't have that ball back, they do need to make those tackles.
Right, just like that.
Big tackle from Labazo. The kick.
Now Ignatius has got to get loose with the ball. Keep moving it. Well, or
McGowan, he's just going to kick that and try and roll that into touch. And he does superbly. Was that from inside his own half? I don't think it was, but yes, it was. 50-22, and they went quickly. Hoffman, just good awareness of what the rules are and how you handle things. But now things have slowed down. Warner, Cummings, isolated. Just enough players to come in and push over. Ignatius unable to really get that through. The chip through from McGowan looking for the grubber. Good chase from Gallagher, and we're going to go back, in fact, all the way to the other end of the field, other side of the field, for a no wrap or no tackler release, I think was that. No tackler release on that signal. And Ignatius again in scoring position. And they'll take that line out. Can that line out work?
Yes. Go for a traditional line out. Don't go for the cute one.
Go for a traditional line out and set a maul. This is a team that usually does very well in the maul. I was just talking to Xavier, who said they took their maul from Ignatius's maul, and they were going to the back, but we're going to come back and do this again. And they have to go short. Werner takes it.
Where the cut cuts.
Stefan picks up and goes.
Gonna go right back to the pick and jam.
Yes. They're about 5-6 meters away, which is pretty far away to do this. But here they go. Doing what works for them. And the defense from Herriman, they are coming in from both directions.
It's two-man tackle each time. Doing a great job, Herriman.
This is designed, though, to make a foot at a time, a few inches at a time, getting closer and closer.
Offside's coming. We got a free play for St. Ignatius.
And so then they can take a few more risks with the drive. And they took the wrong risk, and that was going up against Tuia. Tuia turned it over. And we're going to come back. It's almost, it's easy to forget that you had an advantage going. It was a long time. Offside. And Ignatius is going to call a scrum on this one.
Kind of like that. Pick and jam's not working great right now. Set the scrum. Go ahead and take that ball with an 8-man pick on the weak side. Give it a go.
10-3.
Herriman has defended this, and as I said, this is absolutely something they've been focusing on defending. They've defended it very well.
This play is going to come back to the short side here to the right.
Interesting to see number 1, loose head prop, Rowan Labazo is actually in the number 8. Coming through. Ferris driving through. He loses that ball forward. And that'll be a scrum. So once again, within 5 meters, Ignatius comes away without anything. So that would be 4 that I have counted.
Honestly, and I don't understand that. You've got a nice short field to work with to the right. Yeah. We're going out wide to the open side of the field. When your game is to pick and jam, and to put yourself in that position where you've got that simple score, right? They're not trying to do it the complex way.
Well, it was interesting. They put Labazo in at the number 8, and then number 8 Cummings they had on the weak side flank. That seemed to spell like you would be doing a thing with those players.
Correct.
Put in by Hammer. It's Hammer time. Coleman, sorry I had to say that. Coleman kicks it to touch and clears away. And once again, Ignatius not getting the scores that they want. See a lot of Ignatius alumni on the sidelines, former players. But the scoreboard, not something they want to see. Woodbury takes that. The maul is going. Castro has his hands around that maul, and he's actually ripped that ball away. Referee says he did it illegally, offside against the rest of the players who came up early.
Yeah.
There are the Herriman fans, the Herriman players, the bench, and Gallagher kicks that into touch. Another line out, another attacking opportunity, another chance for Ignatius to turn this around. The time is ticking away. This has been a pretty action-packed second round. Again, they go short. Again, they go for that play.
He's in.
And Spinos scores again. It worked a second time. They completely faked out Herriman twice. And Noah Spinos, I don't think he had on his bucket list 2 tries in the national final.
Well, I'm sure he'll take it, but I mean, if you're Herriman, don't you think maybe they're going to go short? I don't know. Throw it to the ace.
That's good.
Hoffman setting up his kick. 27-10.
Excuse.
It's a long kick. Right-handed, right-legged kicker. That's the better side for it. He puts that up. Off the post. And you see that face. It's like, yeah, I should have gotten that. He takes a lot of pride in his kicking.
It was just the chance.
And again, we're moving everybody around. Where does everybody go? Herriman. 27-10 lead. Coleman with the kick. And you don't blame them. They're taking their own sweet time.
Absolutely. Kick it deep. Make them work their way all the way down the pitch.
And Ignatius, as you said, Joe, they have to try a few more risky things perhaps to get some points.
Well, I mean, you're not going to go 80, with the big fellas. You're going to have to move it out to the backs and give McGowan a chance to run.
Gallagher doesn't quite get the power behind it that he wanted, but he does clear it away. And now Tuia. And they go back for Castro.
Really nice catch by 23.
Felipe fends off one, goes through, does a little move, gets around another. The offload now with so much speed. Offloads back into Brinton. Cannon, Brinton. And then back to Felipe. Why would you buy a dummy from him? Coleman.
He's not passing it.
Kini, he can run as well. Tackles, Spinos, Woodbury. Hammer now digs it out, slows down Kemper Castro. Good tackle from Miller.
Smart play from Herriman right now. Just sit on it. Take the air out of it.
Challenge those defenders. And then Asher Coleman, they didn't expect him to run. They brought him down. He just went down. He wasn't sure if he had been held, and he wisely just didn't get back up. Referee's getting tangled up in everything. It's all happening now. Parker out to Tuia. Try for Herriman. Teje Tuia. And Herriman just deadly. So when they get quick ball, they have so many players that they can work with.
Beautiful feet from the fly half, stepping right through the hole, shaking off a tackler. And as you said, Alex, he could have maybe took that little swim move to try to score the try. Instead, put the ball back for his teammates. Try comes.
And faith in your teammates.
Yes.
Say, you know what? We're going to do it. Well, Joe, I think it might be time to talk about a player of the game, and I think we have several. I did kind of overrule you last time, so I'm going to leave this up to you, but I'm going to give you a couple of my thoughts and then let you, it doesn't matter. But I do think actually Teleje Tuia has been very good, and Kemper Castro, the lock, even though he hasn't scored, has been excellent. And you look that we've got 6 tries, 32-10, 6 tries. Kini, Tuia, Felipe, Hales, Parker, and Now.
So I would say Sione Now has been a beautiful stepper and a great runner. But when it came to the game and why Herriman is in the position they are, to me, there's been, the standout player, and it's the number 8. And it's because he's just been used not only as a battering ram, he's been at the breakdown, he's been around the field, and everything is centered from him. And that's
a great pick. Felipe, probably going to be your player of the game, unless during the post-match interview I changed my mind.
You've got that prerogative. You're the man when it comes to that.
Beautifully out from McRae Parker to Now, and then the breakaway, another tackle. Be interesting to count how many tackles these two teams have made, and I think Ignatius will have made a lot more. But, that's not to say Herriman hasn't defended. They have defended, and those goal line stands were just as important as the length of the field tries. Now, in fact. Hammer. Brinton. Remember, Brinton got injured first 2 minutes of last year's final. I think that was a massive loss for Herriman. And it really was deflating for them as well. And it's great to see him be able to play in this final and help and really lead his team to a championship. He's captained this tide before. Today's captain is McRae Parker. Don't think it matters. There are leaders all over the place for this side. And this is a truly great Herriman team. That ball is a little bit loose. Ignatius is going to get that back. Knock forward. And no advantage.
Herriman's entire pack has been a man of the match, quite frankly. Withstanding those pick and jams for St. Ignatius on a couple different occasions, just a brilliant job strategically and by tackling. Very impressive from Herriman and all of their big men, because their backs are deadly. But the big men stood their ground, made every single tackle, and didn't let them pass.
Just about 2 minutes left in this national championship match. St. Ignatius coming into this game with one loss on their docket, and that was to the Bordeaux-Bègles Professional Academy under 18s.
That's
the best team in Europe. The best team in Europe. They won another game with their varsity team on tour in France, and they have beaten, among others, teams that are in this tournament. They've beaten Gonzaga twice. They've beaten Xavier. They've beaten La Salette. They play these teams, and they've beaten St. Edward twice. But today, and this season, the Herriman Mustangs are a truly powerful rugby team.
And a tremendous champion. They've been wonderful to watch the entire weekend, and this game has been, quite frankly, a clinic.
And that goes into touch, and your champions are the Herriman Mustangs out of Herriman, Utah. Congratulations to Coach Jeff Wilson and Captain McRae Parker and everybody in this program. What a season they've had. Utah State champions, Montana Invitational champions, just the build-up to the big dance, which they are dancing in right now. Fantastic work for them. And for St. Ignatius, congratulations to them. An awesome season that they are having. And also, as we mentioned, coming to this final in the last 6 years 5 times. But they are not winners this time. Herriman, 32-10. And I'm going to go give out a trophy. You can stay and talk if you want to, Joe, but I will be going to give out a trophy.
Right on. Thank you. See you, everyone.
Sweat. I And that's the thing. Yeah, come on. Good job. We get up actually more. I'll get you next. You folks, by the way. Right, so it's actually so again shit. I did clear. Yeah, it was. It is some papers. The only made 2,000 gram a day, but I'm not really bit of one more. That's just a prophecy. Now he's out there trying to tell your Sonic that person. I just got the thing in the glove. It's something to see. What does the see? I want to. That's not no. I'll make sure it's beautiful. What's the people? So it had so many hours. Right there. That's the exit. That's your chance to door. No, so yeah. Okay. It's been going to board the ducks. This. So what's the offer of city? I got everyone back to the Drain stars. I know what he's talking, but I get what. No, you try my God. Where's that kind of doing this? So sorry, what will happen to the so yes. Like, that's it. There it is. All the things it is. Yeah. But we don't know what's in the boat. And then so glad I never they got better than I that in my trip 2 days ago or what before. I'm glad to get because we missed that photo opportunity and worse to me. Thank you for about it. It's not you there you tell that has and later, you know, I was one sort of was good. I don't know about how was it. They are exactly where like question. You did everybody else, right? The actual often. I know it is really. I'm the best thing to find the warriors out. I worked the world the most to deal. That was no. Yes, no for real. I don't know. We're farmers. Lover. Oh, but it's not cold. I mean, but Wolven's that. Oh, yeah, no, you. What's so lucky you have like their square walk until he built that? I didn't do it again. I gotta look. Yeah, I don't. Did it? Check. I died. It's inside the plane. After what's between the sister on the fan. My wife was in the eyes feelings. But should be forget all the ends. The shape. That's not. What did you guys say to each other? How do you want to put dark? How do you want to mix? You know, put your stamp on it.
Yes, sir. We lost to him last year, so we just decided we want to play a little angry, play a little smooth, play a little cool, something like that.
One of the things you said earlier also was, and a couple of guys said, you know, you guys sometimes play too individual. You didn't use your teammates. Then 6 tries, 6 different try scores. So this is you guys use your team. And the serve scores respawn scored. So and actually as feeling outside, we absolutely have to it, but like under could have gone over, right? I mean myself, he said, give it to the next guy, give it to the last guy. That's let's get just get Brent. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you about defense. Goal line stands, right? You knew about that short yardage thing they do, right? I know you practice with the spending, obviously. Fantastic job because you stopped them 2 or 3 pops.
I mean, we see that in Utah every single week. That's just the Utah thing, so we prepared for that. You know, we're what are some of the things that's special about what you like? I mean, every day in practice is work rate, off the ball work rate, keep shifting. It's just the physicality. Like, we come into this game just knowing that we can hit anybody, and it just shows out on the goal line. I mean, we did it last year, and then they try to keep doing it, and they kept doing it. So that's just the physicality.
That's great. All right, we do it. We're really hard to find a player of the game. I wish to go with the weakest. On its own, pretty obvious. You are a runner of those. Tell me about the guys putting you in space and what it means to you to be on this team.
Oh yeah, it's a blessing to be on this team. Oh, the brotherhood here is just amazing, and I love that especially.
All right, we're gonna do a little trophy thing, but before we do that, if you guys turn around, these are your opponents. Just to congratulate you.
Teams and the head coach for just we wanted to come over after we're not going to interrupt you guys in celebration, but we did want to applaud you guys on that stuff. Okay, so guys, then I had the banner and it before, but I didn't like it. That it could fix it. Somebody's going to go right your. And I figured that I can't. You do that. Let's get a trophy over here. It's fine, we're cold. So, all right, Asher, get it's over. Asher, get that on there. Because it's not official until we write it on the paperwork. Asher, one day, this time, I said, writing. He's done up one time. I said, I should have been able to put on the Steve. Or, on it. It's a good boost, just gonna back this bring it down. So we're like a little like this cut on and I will show you I don't know I gonna be they don't know oh those car has taken it maybe and then that was I was going to the side it should be hard. Hey Tommy you H of the I correct you. Alright everybody. Let's keep it going this side. The lights freaking you can out of it nice size so I almost did for it stop us through the team. Let's put it right. Lap off skill. Alright, we're on the right. We suck. Everybody on me, ready? 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Alright, count of 3. I want to give one more cheer and lift, alright? 1, 2, 3, go! Alright, parents, let's take all the photos on over. I was get it. You know, hardware. It's no favorite defense. They don't want brand it right place. The big guy with those on. They expect to sit there on a lot of pictures bringing me. Can't just go back where that's all I'm. You're out. See, it's a canoe. You pull it looks on its head here.
I feel like I don't have one.
So, stuff like that. These are up. Remissing. Chris, no. I got me. What's up? What's up? Yes, boom. What's to do? Like, how? If I come over, is that some other in here? So I said, we go. Where's our middle at the it's the right level. And do this. We show up. You know, this here. Think I'm going to wait. Let's hear our figure into that. Wait, one thing. That's it. No.
Good. Your mom's gonna push going.
Yeah, looks brilliant.
He's so like the scene I you know everything like I mean long long as it didn't fire it. Yeah, but you know what? I'll say no, guys all dudes. You like something else. I go like oh wow, here's let me at it.
Yeah, good.
How can oh the reason I you know